Three brave amigos are we, brother to brother and everyone, a brave amigo. Wherever they need us, our destinies lead us.
It's that time again for the 3 AMEgos. We've got the one and only Dan Shedd with my producers, Sigmund Kramer, and yours truly, Kevin Price. And in this short 8 minutes, we're going to solve not all the world's problems, but the problems that we're going to talk about today, like we always do. You know, we're waiting for our Nobel Peace Prize, which I'm sure is going to come any day now. So, gentlemen, how are you both today?
Oh, doing great. Dan, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Everybody's doing great. And so, with that, we probably ought to end on that positive note. Thanks so much, guys.
All right.
So let's talk a little bit about the topic at hand, because I'm not sure, based on Dan's research, if we're all going to be doing as great at the end as we are at the beginning.
Oh, no.
Tell us about your topic today, Dan.
Well, Urban Outfitters released a very controversial article of clothing that has sparked lots of controversy. They had released a Kent State University sweatshirt that was faded and appeared to have blood stains on it, or so it seems. And the sweatshirt was sold online for $129, but a lot of people were like, what is going on here? This is not right. And they issued an apology the other day stating that there is no blood on the shirt, nor has the item been altered in any way. The red stains were discoloration from the original shade of the shirt, and the holes in the shirt were just natural wear and tear. So, but still, a lot of people were just like, what? What's going on?
Yeah.
Because
that's exactly how Sigmund sounded when I could hear it when I read his Facebook quote. You responded to this a few days ago, didn't you, Sigmund?
The second that it came out, and they first of all, they said that it was a limited quantity and that they had all sold out. I think there was actually only one produced. I'm not sure, but it's on eBay. It was on eBay selling for like $500, and they Urban Outfitters said that, I mean, it was so ridiculous. They said, oh, well, this isn't blood. It's not real blood. Yeah, like we thought it was real blood. The point is, you made it seem like it was blood. And then they said, no. It's just meant to be normal wear and tear and you know, pigmentation from the sweatshirt. It's a white sweatshirt with red splatters. How is that pigmentation from the sweatshirt? It's the blood spatter effect, okay? And they kept coming up with one lame excuse after another, and finally, I mean, the apology / non-apology that they offered, it was so ludicrous that I can't see how anybody could buy it. They out and out lied, Kevin. There's no doubt about it. They got caught red-handed, so to speak, and it was just very distasteful, and no one appreciated it. And but they weren't accepting responsibility. They just lied out and out and said, look, I mean, Kent State doesn't have any red and white colors in it at all.
Yeah.
So for them to have a sweatshirt that's supposed to be Kent State, I think it's like blue and green or something, or their colors. Why on earth would they have a white sweatshirt with red blood spatters on it and say that somehow it was supposed to be a Kent State sweatshirt? It's just despicable behavior on the part of the company for not putting up to it.
So, by the way, for context, for those who maybe Dan's age or maybe even a little older, in May 1970, four people got killed by National Guardsmen in Ohio, leading to even a famous song by Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young called Four Dead in Ohio. And this is obviously, I think it's so incredible that these people would act like they can lie their way out of it. I'm amazed by this. Dan, your thoughts?
I think it's absolutely despicable because, that horrible event happened, And it's just like, why would you do this? Why would you try and, like you guys said, try to issue an apology, but not really, it's just like, what are you guys trying to do? And I mean, I'm a big fan of Urban Outfitters. I like their stuff, but this is unacceptable.
Well, I mean, these are the same folks who sell the Jesus Christ action figure in their stores, so it's not like they're a real classy bunch to begin with.
Yeah, in fact, every year I think they come out with something offensive, and in fact, there's a great article that I'm referring to at priceofbusiness.com this morning. If you go to priceofbusiness.com, you can see a link to it. I'll have a link to it. 13 Urban Outfitters Controversies. I'm looking at a larger version of that shirt. It almost makes you want to throw up to look at the shirt. It's unbelievable. Pill bottle-shaped alcohol paraphernalia, pro booze shirts for kids, the punk as you can use your imagination, begins with F shirt, the Holocaust evoking Jewish star shirt, the Ersatz Navajo fashion, stealing a woman's necklace design. Now, what was it about Urban Outfitters that made you a big fan there, Dan? Help me out with this.
Well, I mean, I just like their quirky, stuff, and I used to go and just look around at their all kinds of weird stuff. But after seeing this, I'm just like, no, I'm not an Urban Outfitters fan anymore. Because this is definitely crossing a line, in my opinion.
This was interesting, and I could, I don't know, I kind of find it humorous because I talk about the fact that we live in a culture that so cultivates economic poverty and even social poverty. Ghettopoly. Urban Outfitters angered the African American community with a monopoly knockoff called Ghettopoly, featuring properties like Cheap Trick Avenue and Smitty's XXX Peep Show, and hustle bonus cards like you got your whole neighborhood addicted to crack, collect $50. Yeah, I don't think I could own this because they did make it so black. Poverty isn't a black problem; it is a social problem that can transcend all economic groups. And they did decide to try to make it an attack on the African American community. You guys look like they're pretty much creeps altogether, Sigmund.
They're shock jocks of the textiles and retail outlet. Clothing store. They're shock jocks. They go for the shock, and it's Spencer's Gifts used to get by with doing a lot of really vulgar things during the 70s and 80s, and even they were more classy than what Urban Outfitters. And Urban Outfitters is supposed to be first and foremost a hip clothing store. But what's happened is the good stuff that they do have in their stores has been overshadowed by the stuff that they're using, to really drum up controversy. Let's face it, you don't have a pro booze shirts for kids if you're not trying to drum up controversy, or like you said, that ghettopoly. You don't do that unless you're literally trying to start a controversy.
Yeah, I agree. Well, on that note, interesting topic. Go to priceofbusiness.com if you want to see 13 other things these guys were guilty of. We didn't even get into the other two topics. What were the other two topics? My other topic was just the really bad handling by the NFL and its view of domestic violence. But we've touched on that a little bit. And then you had another topic. We didn't really have enough time to talk about it. What was that, Dan?
Well, there was a story on Mashable about the cycling team in Colombia that had some very interesting jerseys. And it sparked a lot of controversy because part of the uniform, which is skin-toned, almost looked like they were nude from the midsection down. And obviously, their coaches and the uniform designers said, no, this is not true. But the internet has taken it by storm, and crazy. Crazy how the internet can take such, small things and just blow it all up into something bigger.
Okay, what team was this?
The Columbia women's cycling team.
Like Columbia as in the university?
Columbia as in the country, I'm sorry.
Unbelievable.
So in South America, Columbia. Okay.
Yes.
I thought you were going to say they were wearing Kent State jerseys.
No. I'm sorry. I was not.
No, I was kidding. The controversy is they were wearing Urban Outfitters Kent State University sweatshirts over there. No, not really.
Well, yeah, I'm looking at the shirts, and I will tell you, the outfits, and these really?
Yeah. Really?
I'm trying to figure out how they got away with that. And so they're not going to be wearing these bells, correct?
Well, I don't know. The article does not say that they will or will not, but I would hope that they would not, because it's just not. I don't know. I don't think they should,
because you're a prude.
Well,
honestly, they're just funky looking. They're not provocative. They're funky looking. They're weird. Exactly. Very weird. So and that's pretty much becoming the basic theme of our regular daily segment, the 3 AMEgos. Weirdness, brought to you by our own quirky perspective. So thanks for the weirdness, guys.
Oh, you're so welcome.
And keep up that research and the continued quest, the daily quest for more weirdness. All right, do you want to remind you, if you want to see the 13 controversies that surrounded those scumbags called Urban Outfitters, check it out over there at priceofbusiness.com. Make sure you also check out some of the great other articles that are actually worth reading over there. And, gentlemen, enjoyed being with you, enjoyed our show today, and look forward to being with you all tomorrow for another Price of Business.